Hey everybody, so welcome back to my palm germination station. And as always, there's Crazy Cowie making all the noise in my videos. Yeah. Anyway, so why do I have all of my seeds sowing indoors when it's July and it's 90 degrees outside? Well, two reasons. A, if I put them outside and they get any sun, they cook. B, if I have them inside, I can control them and I can set the temperatures to what I want. So I have 3 different areas, and each one, and you've seen other videos, each one has their own thermostat, right? There's 2 and there's 3. So if I have different palms that require different temperatures, then I can have them all set at different temperatures, other than just being what it is outside, and that's it. But here in Canada and southern Ontario, which does get very hot, it's been 95 degrees all week, we do get colder temperatures sometimes at night, about 70 degrees, 20 Celsius, 75, and it fluctuates a little bit. So whereas in the tropical conditions, it stays, around 80 degrees at night. So by doing this keeps a little bit of consistency, and I have better results. Now, in saying that, cold hardy stuff like Trachycarpus, like Fortunae and all that, you saw in my other videos, they're in the garage because the garage doesn't get too hot and it stays warm in the evening. So very consistent temperatures, but not too hot, not too cold. So cold hardy stuff is outside, but hidden, whereas all my tropical stuff is in my basement in my palm room in the germination station. So really, if you want to be smart, you put some blankets or something over top of these bags. That way you get a little bit more insulation. And having this aluminum table here, I do lose a little bit of heat and electricity through the bottom. So eventually I will, maybe next year, I will improve on that. Maybe put some styrofoam underneath each pad. And that will help to keep the heat and the cost down. But I mean, really, what's it costing us? Well, I don't know, $5 a month or something like that to run this. But after a month or two, in my belief, most of these seeds, if they're not fresh and they don't germinate in a month or two, then usually they're garbage. Just for me, I don't have the patience. It's just who I am, and I have that OCD kind of thing. But like I put fresh dates in Washington Robusta. I got foxtails in here. I got all kinds of stuff. And if they're fresh and they're decent quality, then they will germinate within the next month. And I will have them in pots, and I will get them rocking and rolling. So if not, then I will wait and see. I will check them because I check my seeds every couple days. I check for over moisture, for dryness. I check for rot. If there's rotted seeds, I remove them. Sometimes I make a little bit of a change to the medium. And I also remove stuff as it grows. Like today I removed 30 Washingtonia Robustas because they were all growing like weeds. And I put them into a community pot. And I put them outside in the sun so they can bake and they can grow. So the only thing I haven't had any luck with is the Cervostachys renda, the lipstick palm. I've had seeds come from 3 different vendors. I'm not going to name the names. And I still have not had anything germinate yet. And from what I hear, they're still not fresh enough. So it sucks. I have about, in this bag right here, I have 300 lipstick palm seeds in there. Some have been sowing since, I don't know, Christmas. And I have some that have been here for a week. I still have nothing. So I'm not going to give up. I just have to keep looking and looking and looking for the freshest seed. And I will try again. But I always have luck with Mediterranean fan palms and, everything else. But I showed you in the last video as well. These are all the bags of fresh seeds I received today from seedman.com, right? Kentia palms, royals, Butea capitalis, pindos. I got teddy bear palm, Dipsis locellos, all that kind of good stuff in here. Obi nymph palm, this has been different for me, There's the name for it, if you can pronounce it. So they're all in the mat, and the mat is nice and warm, 91 degrees. So if you're going to sow a seed in water, and you want to speed this process up, well, why wouldn't you make the water warm? Why would you waste a day of germination having them in water soaking to hydrate them when you can soak them in warm water to help get the pot rolling, right? So, and just like I've done before, and you've seen in one of my first videos, this pot, or this bucket, is got an aquarium heater in it, same deal. 200 watt aquarium heater. This thing barely runs because it's only a 5-gallon bucket or 2-gallon bucket. So this water in here is set at 90 degrees, nice and warm. And if you can see it right there, that little white speck, that's a coconut. That's germinated and it's growing. There's actually 2 of them in there. So warm water is always the key, warm temperatures, but you have to make sure you can control them instead of just putting them outside and crazy hot, crazy hot temperatures, sometimes not too good, especially for these little guys, because you can get over 100. I've actually had a thermometer on the deck where I had some of my palms, and the thermometer read 120 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's too hot. They don't want that. I've cooked seeds. So the seeds stay indoors in the palm room, and even though there's light coming in the winter now, the seeds, it doesn't bother them. Trust me, I have bags and bags and bags right now full of seeds that are germinated. So they say that you can't have any light touch the roots. Yeah, not a big deal. This is just to get them rocking and rolling. Once they germinate, I put them out, community pots, individual pots, whatever. And then, of course, my pond room, I have all kinds of neat stuff. Got water, misters, some fresh cocoa coir that's dry. If I need to make an adjustment, if I have too wet of soil, I can add it. Or I have a little bit of a mister. So instead of pouring too much water into the packet of seeds and making it too wet and having to go back and forth with dry soil and wet and dry soil and wet, I use a spray bottle and I can mix it so I can get moisture in there, but not too much moisture that I end up making it too wet again. Because I don't need a ton of soil in those bags. I only need a little bit of soil, right? You only need enough to keep it moist in there, and the soil and the seeds will pop. I mean, you can do it with paper towels too. I mean, it's work. I've done it before with other species. So anyway, that's my rant on the palm seed germination. But this is my the Bricky Bobby germination station. So 3 sets of grow mats, 3 sets of thermostats, and there are bags on bags in there. And each bag has, some of them have 10 seeds, some of them have 20 seeds, whatever it is. But anyway, there's a couple hundred seeds in here. And eventually, I will get a bunch of palms out of these guys, and I give some to friends, I give some away to family. And someday, if I have people outside of that, I will sell a couple because, this is expensive of a hobby. You got to pay for hydro. You got all kinds of lights in here for the wintertime, outside. But one of the biggest things I've been spending money on this summer has been soil. And the cocoa coir, it's expensive. It's $20 a bag up here. And I go through a bag pretty quickly when you're potting up plants, all the time. So anyway, everybody, if you like this channel, please subscribe. I only have 12 subscribers right now, and that's kind of BS because I am bringing a lot of content out there that a lot of people are not. And I also want to thank the Palm Father, Christian Faulkner, and Banana Joe, because they've been my inspiration for doing what I'm doing now. So, except I'm in southern Ontario, the Tobacco Belt of Canada, where we have cold temperatures in the wintertime. So I am slowly becoming a potted palm expert. And that's where I want to have my expertise. So, all right, everybody, take care and have a good one.